Jack Doherty. We all know this kid is a degenerate scumbag, surrounded by OnlyFans girls who just hang around him for the money and status. He's a weirdo and a prime example of how weak the new generation of men really are. For comparison, he is Tristan Tate in his 20s, next to Jack Doherty in his 20s. The difference is absolutely insane. Aside from making a ton of money, acting like a prick on streams and YouTube videos, antagonizing random members of the public to entertain his audience of 12-year-olds, Doherty brings in a large amount of revenue from being an OnlyFans manager for lots of women, taking a large cut of their income. Imagine going on a date with a girl and falling in love just to find out she was a Jack Doherty groupie. I really feel sorry for all those low-value men out there who will have no choice but to settle for such swamp creatures with a sexual history longer than the Bible. What makes all this OnlyFans degeneracy even worse is the fact that Doherty's audience is largely very young children, and he's pushing corn on them. That is absolutely disgusting. What a vile individual.
W.
As you can see, his audience is very young. And by the way, these are the people leaving hate comments on any video I make exposing Jack Doherty. Anyway, despite being a multi-millionaire with very high status, looking at Doherty and his girlfriend McKinley, I always knew that Jack couldn't escape certain biological realities. Let's be honest, he's built like a 12-year-old, and his girlfriend looks to be about 10 years older than him. The maturity difference is quite incredible. She could be his mother. I've always had the suspicion that she's probably not entirely faithful to him. After all, Doherty really does seem like the cuck type.
How do you expect a girl to feel your penis? You're the type of guy to go full deep into a girl and say, "Do you feel it yet?" No, she doesn't feel it, you fuck. Take more Viagra. She doesn't feel it because you don't know how to fuck. You don't know how to be a man. You're a cuck. You're the type that lets your wife do an OnlyFans and get fucked by a black guy like Adam 22.
Well, recently, some guy who used to work for Jack Doherty and live with him went on a podcast and exposed that McKinley cheated on Jack Doherty with him. And what's even worse is that Jack walked in on them.
I want to look at the pictures that I got of you from LA. And then she comes into my room. She gets in the bed with me under the covers. We're just like on the laptop, whatever. Very shortly, laptop closes. We're making out. I'm doing some things with her, whatever, you know. And then Jack walks in. He's like, "Yo, are we going to go get some..."
Yo!
And then walks back out. I look at McKinley. I'm like, I just literally shrug my shoulders. I'm like, And then we just go back to making out, whatever. And so from Rock Bar, we were on our way back to the house. And in the Uber, I'm like talking Spanish to the Uber driver because like, whatever, like I was speaking to him and she was like, "Oh my God, that's so hot." And then she just started making out with me again. Literally, like I'm not even, yes.
In the Uber on the way home?
I have a snapshot of me and her just making out in the back.
What do you think about her and Jack Doherty's relationship together? Does she really like Jack?
I'd say she likes Jack for like the money and like all the things that it comes with, but it would always come back to me that whenever Jack leaves the room, McKinley would be like, "I'm so disgusted by him," like like on that type vibe. Like it would come back to me. This information would literally come back to my ears.
Do you think they stay? Obviously, because think about this. These girls are 18. Sometimes he waits till they turn 18. And it's funny because Doherty used to make
this girl threw me off, bro. She said she was a Christian. She said she'll never do. McKinley kept asking me this once she got to the house. She was like, "Do you think Jack's gonna keep me around if I don't do the OF?" And I'm like, "Probably not." Like, and so for the longest time, like she didn't do OF, and then eventually it happened, and I was like, "Damn, her dad is definitely just like, oh God," you know what I mean? Like that's horrible, bro. Like,
oh, what a surprise. She cheated on her 20-year-old boyfriend, who looks like a 12-year-old, and gets intimidated by the island boys. Imagine my shock.